Hi, I'm Ellen Altfest, and this is my exhibition, Forever. This is an exhibition that spans 20 years, so I go through different phases in my work. One of the rooms is the figure, and that was a body of work that I worked on focusing on the male nude. I wanted to have a different part of the man in each painting, and each painting would have a different compositional problem for me to solve. The group of work together almost adds up to be a whole man. In my paintings of nature and still lives, I think that there's more change within the paintings. I go through different seasons, and a lot of times that does enter into the painting. Forever is trying to create something that is of its time, but also transcends time. There are things that will always, as long as we exist, will always be there, like the human body or nature. I like to choose subjects that have been around in the past, from the Renaissance paintings to now, and are still around. I work only from life and observation, so I'm directly responding to what I see, and I think that that gives a kind of intensity to the finished works. I was not this detailed from the beginning. I think a turning point was painting the men, because I wanted to render the hairs on the body, and then that took me to a different level of detail. I did try to be more expressive with the rendering of the hairs, but they didn't look like they were attached to the body. I had to do what the painting required, and so it kind of led me in the direction of further and further level of intense detail. I take a perverse pleasure in making something this size that is a full painting that I've really immersed myself in and put a lot into, and some of my favorite paintings are that size. They always seem like easy, and I have to learn to be realistic. You have to tell yourself it's not going to be that bad, and then you're like, why did I tell myself that? This is really, really hard, but you're already sort of in it, and then I just keep going with it. Maybe it's kind of like having a child where you're like, oh, this will be great, and then you're like, this is really, really, really hard, you know, but you have to tell yourself that, or you never would start the painting or whatever it is. You wouldn't, if you knew how hard it was going to be.